Bittersweet and I'm walking slow. Sensitive, feel the afterglow. Looking for things that I can't control. Fear from my past cause it always shows. Do I wanna try? Can I let it go? Running from the past, wanting to be sure. Chaos in my mind, constant deja vu. But every time it comes back to you. Whoa, I'm still falling. Whoa, but it tastes bittersweet. Whoa, I keep on falling. Whoa, I like the taste of it.
You do the intro, please.
What's going on, guys? FPL Flair here. Bada boom! See! On a serious note, though, welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's get it. All right, so this is our reaction stream. This is our FPL Game Week 24 reaction stream, live reaction Q&A, Fantasy Premier League Tips 2021-22 season. So, I am reacting to Game Week 24. No, because Game Week 24 is you react to what happens for the next week based on what happened this week. Yeah, no, so it's 24. Okay, so let's just be quiet for a second. Big fan, love from India, yeah! Oh, welcome! Oh, sorry, I just get a bit shy in front of camera sometimes. Whereabouts in India? Mumbai, yeah! Oh. I won't say that until I figure out what that means. I'll put it in Google Translate. Anyway, on a serious note, this stream essentially we look at the scores from this week, and we have a look at some players that'll be suitable for next week. Go over obviously the scores which we've got on screen now, and then we'll do the Q&A and then some transfers for next week. So to kick things off, Watford played Norwich. Norwich were away. They're big win for Norwich, 3-0. Emmanuel Dennis getting sent off. A bit disappointing for us, having Dennis on captain, getting -2. Didn't really work out too well for us. Sufa on the bench, not ideal. He's not going to come on the pitch whatsoever. It's been unfortunate there. And then Everton Villa, good performance from both teams. Villa taking the dub there, 1-0. Brentford Wolves, that game was quite eventful, with the drone incident and the clash of heads. Wolves end up coming on top. Adama Traore with an offside goal at the end. Unbelievable finish. Losel, the goalkeeper, not the best. But we'll take the win. Leeds Newcastle. Newcastle 1-0. Didn't watch the game, to be honest. Can't say much about that one. Leeds were disappointing, says official reports. Manchester United, West Ham United still in the win in 90+3. Relatively even game. Edison Cavani was offside though, to be fair. It wasn't a goal, but it was. Southampton versus Manchester City at... Yes, Pep says it's Man City's best performance they've seen so far. I call cap. He's playing mind games with his mind. With his games. We move on to tonight's game for us in Australia, where everything's at 1 a.m. Arsenal Burnley, Palace Liverpool, Leicester Brighton, and Chelsea and Tottenham Hot Shit Spurs. Arsenal will win, Liverpool will win, Brighton will win, Chelsea will win. That's just guaranteed. Don't know what I'm supposed to do now. There's a chat question before the official voice of FPL Flair comes in. Hi mate, great content. Thank you. I am so sorry. Oh no. Let's try to keep things professional. Thinking of making 4 transfers. Wow. 2 this week. 2 this week and other 2 next week. So it's only 2. They are Gray and Ronaldo out for Salah and Broje. And Antonio and King out for Kane and a 4.4 mil forward. I agree. The 2 transfers this week are Gray and Ronaldo. Out for Salah and Broja. No, let's not transfer out Salah. That's not very smart.
Transfer in Salah. Get out.
Sorry lads for that delay. We are back, hopefully with a more professional outlook to what the FPL Flair editor brought to the table for this live stream. Champ boy, we're not saying that phrase, thank you. I've been half tamang. Hi mate, great content. Thinking of making the 4 transfers. So it's Gray and Ronaldo out for Salah and Brozier. I don't mind that transfer plan for this week. I think Salah in is a necessary transfer that everyone should be making. And I think Ronaldo is also the right premium to move out of the squad. So I 100% agree with the transfers this week. In terms of planning out transfers for next week, I think you just take it one game week at a time. You never know what's going to happen with postponed fixtures, double game weeks and whatnot. I think the best play is just to take it one game week at a time. And I think those two transfers that you got there are the appropriate ones to make. Luke Hagon, a bit of a poor week. Need to get Dean Henderson in the team. I think next week is going to be a good triple captaincy option. Dean Henderson, he's always a quality player when he plays, which is not quite yet this season, but that's not the point. The lads have not been up to scratch this week. Trent hasn't played. Hopefully going to get something. Cancelo 2, Rafinha 2, Bowen 2, Dennis -2, Antonio 2, Watkins 2. And Sufal on the bench against Manchester United away gets subbed off before Manchester United score and also gets a bonus point. City on the bench. It's definitely a rough start for us so far this week. We have taken a bit of a red arrow down to 165k. We were, I believe, around 140k. 6 points below average currently. Not too many huge differential players to come in. I think Maddison, he's only got around sitting just below 10% at just over 14.1%. And Ben White there with a 12.5% ownership. So I think those two are our differentials, as well as Sanchez. If those three players there can do something for me, then that'd be nice, except Sanchez and Maddison are playing against each other. Trent and Jota pretty much everyone have, but it is always entertaining to watch Liverpool games. But yeah, I think for me it has to be Maddison and Ben White getting some big points if we want to have any chance of not taking a massive red arrow this week. Have yet touched on that before. Dean Henderson, has he not played yet? We can just confirm that. I will double check for you. He's got 0 FPL points. It's not promising. 0 minutes this season in 23 games for United. I think that's why they're doing so poorly. Because, De Gea has not been great this season, if I'm being honest. Definitely not top 2 keepers in the Prem this season. Definitely not. But yeah, Dean Henderson's a class act. To be fair, nothing taken away from him. He's the best Man U player, I agree. Dean Henderson. Forget Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, De Gea. It's about Dean Henderson. But as we did look previously forward to tonight's games, we've got Arsenal-Burnley. I think this should be a walk in the park for Arsenal. Burnley haven't played in a while. Arsenal have been in good form. Palace-Liverpool, I got Liverpool for this one. Leicester-Brighton, Leicester have been poor recently. This could be a close game. I'm going to say 2-2 draw. Chelsea-Spurs, I think Chelsea have that. Burnley-Watford, that could definitely go either way. Two teams that have been poor this season. I think Watford is a serious relegation shout right now with how bad they've been recently, losing to Norwich. Emmanuel Dennis out for this game as well. I don't know where their goals are coming from. So I think, honestly, Burnley could take this one in a 1-0 game. Yeah, and Watford just defensively as well, not the strongest. Is Dennis suspended? Well, he did get a red card in his most recent game. So he's got Burnley away next, yeah. With that in mind, let's have a look at the team for next week. It's a much better looking side with Salah back in there. It's triple Liverpool again. Sanchez in goals, he hasn't got a fixture. But look at these fixtures from the squad. Trent Leicester at home, it's a great fixture. Cancelo Brentford at home, another good fixture. Sufal with Watford at home, another great fixture. Rafinha's got Villa, it's decent. Jota Leicester, it's very good. Bowen with Watford at home, that's a very nice shout as well. And then, of course, Salah comes back into the side. Dennis is currently sitting there. We're going to toss up what we do with him. Antonio's got Watford at home, and Watkins has Leeds at home. He's another one that could be up for rotation for Villa with Danny Ings coming on for Ollie Watkins in the game against Everton, whether Danny Ings is going to start next game or Watkins is going to push out wide and Buendia goes on the bench, I'm not sure. Please rate my team: Trent Cancelo, Laporte, Tierney, Darlow, Rafinha, Bowen, Jota, Foden, Salah, Brozier, Kane, Richarlison. Is that Richarlison or Richards? Oh, Richardson, 4.4, right. Yeah, it's not a bad team. Obviously, the forward line is slightly lacking with Brozier and Kane, but overall, can't fault it. I like the differentials of Tierney. Darlow's there as well. I think Rafinha's a nice pick at the moment. And Foden's always a great City asset. Other Blades in promotion status off the top of their head? No, unfortunately not. They're mid to lower table. 11th?
Yeah.
They're 11th in the EFL, so not doing the best. I believe top 3 in EFL is Fulham, Blackburn, and who else?
No, it's Fulham, Bournemouth, Blackburn.
Fulham, Bournemouth, Blackburn's the top 3 in the EFL right now. But, I mean, there's still time in the season, but I think it's not looking bright. Also, Wolves knocked out Sheffield in the FA Cup as well, 3-0. So, it's not been the best season for Sheffield United this year, let's be fair. My Dean and Williams on bench. That's unlucky. Norwich with the clean sheet, Dean with the assist and clean sheet. And bonus. But I mean, yeah, looking at the game so far, there's been a lot of upsets. I would have expected Watford. Actually, I did tip Norwich as the upset for this game, to be fair. Watford have been poor. And Dean Smith has been very good at Norwich so far. Everton, Villa, we did have Villa for this game, just because Everton have been poor recently. Brentford, Wolves, we also had Wolves here. That was a nice win for the lads. Could have been 3-1 with an Adama Traore, great finish, but it looks like he's off to Spurs now as well, which is very sad, because massive fan of him. I did expect Leeds to beat Newcastle. That's quite a big upset. That's a poor result for Leeds. They are potentially an outsider for a relegation shout as well. Man U versus West Ham. Probably would have had Man U for this game, but there's a late winner with Rashford assisting Cavani. Darlow with triple bonus. And then Southampton City, no one was predicting that. I had a big win for City in this game. De Bruyne snagged all 3 bonus points. He beat Laporte by 1 with an assist, even though Laporte got himself the goal. And yeah, De Bruyne, definitely a good premium option in midfield. Let's just suss out what our transfer plans could be. If you remove Maddison from the squad, we have 10.9 million. He's probably on the verge of a transfer out. We can see what we can do if we bring in De Bruyne to the squad, with minus 1.3. In terms of potential downgrades, I'm not sure where we'd go. Maybe downgrade Watkins, but he's got great fixtures, so probably not. There's a full 5 playing midfield, and we've got 4 decent starting defenders, so maybe we can drop down a forward. If we drop Dennis, we've only got 4.5, so we could potentially do that. We could go Maddison up to De Bruyne, and then drop down to a 4.5. 4, which is also a decent option, then just pretty much run the 4 defenders, 5 midfielders and 2 forwards, and just rotate through those guys that we've got. Danielle Bartlett, are you high? No, we're not high. Drugs are not good for your health, I must say. So unfortunately that is not the case.
Unfortunately, it's not the case.
On stream, not appropriate. Off stream, different story.
Whoa.
No, it's not a different story. It's the same story. Emmanuel, is Watford not an FA Cup? He can set the suspension there. Fair point. So, yeah, as we touched on before, Dennis with Burnley away next. Madison, Brighton at home. We're going to need something from him. And, yeah, Ben White's the differential there with a roughly 15% to 12% ownership against Burnley at home. I am hoping Arsenal can at least get a clean sheet in here. Ben White doesn't offer too much attacking potential. 0 goals, 0 assists so far this season. It's not the best from him. But 9 clean sheets. Arsenal have been very solid defensively. And yeah, as I touched on before, Burnley-Watford, that could be an interesting one. Watford have been poor. Looking ahead to Game Week 24, there's definitely some great teams to target here. City have Brentford at home, it's a good fixture. Villa Leeds is also one that should be good for both attacks, because yes, Leeds do concede a lot of goals, but they're always exciting to watch. West Ham with Watford at home, that's great for Bowen and Antonio owners. Even United got Burnley away, it's another fairly strong fixture. Then Liverpool versus Leicester, there was a big Leicester upset in that one in the reverse fixture, but I believe with Salah hopefully back in the squad for Liverpool, once again, I think Liverpool at home should get the goods there. And then Wolves-Arsenal, that'll be a very good game as well. I think they're very close to each other on the ladder, if not one or so spots apart. At Molineux as well, that one could definitely go either way. But yeah, definitely a lot of higher end players next week are going to have very strong fixtures, which is interesting. Martin, this is going down an interesting path here. Weed's not bad for you, and everyone who smokes it is immune to COVID. I mean, for an FPL stream, this is going down quite a different route, but we're just going to leave that there. We're going to make no comments. Let's keep it professional. Bliss, isn't Dennis going to miss Burnley now?
Oh my god, that's fucking
If we have a look at the FA Cup. I don't believe Watford remain in the FA Cup. No, they lost to Leicester 4-1, so they're out of the FA Cup. So yeah, he can't serve his suspension in the FA Cup because yeah, they got knocked out by Leicester 4-1. Yeah, as I touched on before, Nurjahan. Dennis cannot be serving his red card suspension in the FA Cup. Yeah, so because Emmanuel Dennis obviously doesn't have the FA Cup fixture, sent off for 2 bookable offences and will now miss Watford's second fixture of the double game week in a fortnight's time. Blah blah blah. As a result, he ends the game week on a -1 points and -2 for those that handed him the captaincy armband, which was of course us because our game week has been going stellar so far. A total of 8 points under the belt. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players play. Every single one's blanked, and then the one player on the bench. And so far has scored scored points with an assist, with a clean sheet and a bonus. Definitely a rough start so far. Laporte or Dean? I'd just be leaning towards Dean because I'm going for a City defensive asset. It'd be Cancelo. And then I'm really liking Dean at the moment. I think Villa's defence is looking a lot more solid under Gerrard. They've got great fixtures. Should have a double game week. And Dean offers more attacking potential than Laporte.
Plus he's injured too, Laporte.
Yeah, and Laporte did have that nasty injury against Southampton. This season, forwards points are too low. I think I will keep money to spend in midfield and defence. That's always interesting to see what positions score the most points every year. But obviously, Harry Kane was excellent for the forwards last year. Antonio with 100 points. Gallagher is the, 6th highest scoring midfielder with 100 points. Amongst defenders, Laporte, 3rd highest scoring defender with 100 points. And obviously, of course, more than any other keeper. Jose Sarr, top scoring keeper, tied with Edison. Another a good one for consideration. Wolves have got decent fixtures coming up. They seem just to be able to record clean sheets against even the best teams in United and Chelsea. They only consider 1 goal to City, 1 goal to Liverpool. So even though they got Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester, West Ham as the next 4, I still think they could get 2 clean sheets, at least in the next 4. But yeah, it seems to be midfield is where all the big point scorers are at this season, as is the same for most FPL seasons. I think Bowen's a great option right now. Everyone should have Jota and Salah. And I think Rafinha is definitely one to look out for with decent fixtures coming up. And 2 matches to be rearranged as well against Liverpool and Villa. But I can definitely see the temptation to move to a 5-playing midfield or a 4-playing midfield with just 2 forwards. Because yeah, other than Antonio, I think is a decent option at the moment with their good fixtures. Maybe St. Maximin's not bad either. He's got some nice games. But yeah, Dennis, what's his fixtures looking like? West Ham, Brighton, Villa, Manchester United, Arsenal. So they're not very good after his game week 23 match against Burnley, which he's not going to be playing in anyway. And then yeah, Ronaldo's been a bit out of touch recently. He's not scored in his last 3 starts. So yeah, for the forward options, it's a serious lack of options at the moment. Went for Dean, he's on corners and better FPL asset, I agree. What are your thoughts about 8-9? Will he be first choice? Well, obviously, as a Wolves fan, he is first choice, but the thing is, when Marcel's fit and healthy, Marcel can be taking minutes off him. I think 8-9 has been excellent so far for Wolves this year, and there's no doubt he is the first choice over Marcel, but there's always a rotation in the squad there. I think another good option, which I haven't seen too much talk about, is Max Kilman for Wolves. I believe he's the only player to play every single minute for Wolves this season. And he's got himself 1 goal, 1 assist, 8 clean sheets. Just a 4.5 price tag with a 1.8% ownership compared to Cody, who I believe is 0.2 more expensive. But I think, I know he's not a bad option. I think he is a slight rotation risk with Marcel sometimes taking minutes off him. Do you think we should move on Coutinho? I definitely think it's a good opportunity to get on him now with the fixtures coming up. I think the points will continue to come for him for sure. So I can see him being a decent move in. It's a bit tricky trying to pick the right Villa asset to go for at the moment. There's Watkins there. If Danny Ings starts getting minutes, then maybe he's an option again, or even Coutinho in midfield. Bought in Dean and went without Watford attackers, and I've got Captain Jota to go. I hope Jota gets a brace at least. Yeah, that's a pretty good start for your game week. I got Coutinho, but now a benching headache. Foden, Bowen, Rafinha, Coutinho, Jota. I need to get in Salah. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Coutinho hasn't played full 90 minutes in 2 years. I think he's building up his match fitness for sure. Vivek Shahi Takuri. What the hell are even strikers this year? What the hell is even that? Won't play more than 1 from coming weeks. Absolute horror show, these forwards. I like the aggressive outlook. I think 2 forwards is not bad right now. I think 3 forwards maybe even a little bit excessive at the moment with how they've been lacking. And there seems to be an abundance, may I just say, of midfield options at the minute. I have Rafinha and blank versus Newcastle. Same. And I don't see the supposed good fixtures that people are talking about. Everton could have bounced, and I don't know about United. Bowen did nothing against United. Well, I think we should just relax about roasting Bowen for a second, because that's his first blank in 4 weeks. 3 goals and... 6 weeks is it? 5 weeks, my bad. 3 goals, 5 assists over that time. And I mean, United away, it's not the easiest fixture in the world. Rafinha, good fixtures. Villa away, I think, is decent. Everton, they've been shambolic. United at home, they're not a bad fixture either. Leeds at home are decent. And then once again, Tottenham at home. And then, after that, it's excellent as well. Leicester, Norwich, Wolves away is difficult, but then Southampton, Watford. So, Rafinha's form has been very nice. Vivek, off camera, you smoking? Absolutely not. Not good for their health. Brozier played well yesterday. Fair enough, we didn't tune into the Southampton City game because it was at 4:30 AM local time. I know he's 4.3. He is. He's not a bad. We'll just quickly pull him up. Uh, 1.2% ownership, 3 assists with 5 clean sheets. You can see the slight inconsistency in minutes here. I mean, he did miss a lot at the start of the season, but when he's been fully fit and ready to go, he's getting a lot of starts. Then he has that patch where Marcel starts. He's got a couple of starts now. Marcel, the thing with him is he's coming in and out of injury. So you just don't know when he's actually going to come in as well. You just don't know at what point in time one's going to come in over the other. One gets a rest, the other one starts. If you had to choose between Coutinho and Dean, who would you choose? Probably Dean, just because of the chance of double returns with clean sheet and attacking potential. Because I think, he can definitely get a decent amount of clean sheet points over their great fixture run. And then he's always got the potential to get forward and get an assist occasionally. Next season, Salah should be listed as a forward and be priced as 13 mil. I think I'm happy with him as a midfielder because I'm liking all the extra points that you get for him. But I think he might see another price rise in FPL, I think him and Trent might get some decent price rises. Whether Trent's going to be 8 or 8.5, I'm not sure. But Salah 13 mil, it sounds outrageous, but he's that good of a point scorer. Do you think Salah will come straight back into the team next game week? I do think so, yeah. Love the way the name pronouncing it, mate. Thank you very much. We try our best. Nori now has Marcel previously, and also Johnny coming back from injury, and even a slight niggle for Nori. Either could you just hop in? Yeah, as I say, there's always going to be rotation in that left back spot. And you are right as well. Johnny is back in training, everything for Wolves, and he's also going to add some competition to that left back spot. So I think if you're looking for a nail player that probably has decent attacking potential, not massive, but better than the likes of Connor Cody, it'd probably be Max Kilman. I find he's more of an aerial threat. But I think Wolves' defence is always a nice option. They're fairly cheap, fairly differential, and they're a pretty consistent defence as well. Yeah, for sure. I think the Wolves' defence is the second best defence in the Premier League so far this season, behind City. In terms of goals conceded, I think the Wolves have the second lowest goals conceded. Gallagher is ahead of Rafinha and Coutinho for me as a better game moving forward. He's not one that I've heard too much talk about, but we can, of course, pull him up. He's got, obviously, Liverpool this week. Norwich, Brentford's nice. Chelsea, a bit difficult. Burnley's nice. Wolves, difficult. City, difficult. But I think next 4, Norwich, Brentford, Chelsea, Burnley. That's nice. He's missed a lot of minutes recently. Blanked in his last... Well, he scored in his most recent start, but blanked in the previous 2. He's definitely another one that could contend for a midfield place. With the amount of midfielders right now in FPLs, their good options right now is quite large. Which midfielder would you go for from the price of 6.8 and below? I go for this man right here at 6.6. I think he's nice. I think he's very nice at the moment. The amount of balls that he cut back into the box against Newcastle was insane. Just no one could get on the end of it. And he's making so many great runs. He's been in very nice form recently for Leeds. Can have a look at him real quick. Actually, 7-2, 6-2, goal and assist in his last 4. Then he went on this nice little run here. 8 against Palace, 5 against Brentford, and 7 against Chelsea. So you're at 6.6 million with a 17.5% ownership. I like him. Laporte has returned 8 game weeks in a row. The City defense is always strong, and Laporte seems to get an attacking return every now and again as well, of course. Laporte with 100 FPL points already, only if doubles could kick in. City they've been pretty lucky with the COVID and everything like that. They haven't had too many fixtures rearranged. I don't believe they have any to be made up as well. But they've got very good fixtures in general coming up. Brentford and Norwich is the next 2. I mean, if you want to go double City defence, it'd be Cancelo and Laporte as the 2 options, I think, for sure.
What has it is?
35.
That's good enough. Okay, yeah.
But with Maddison in our team as well, I think we're going to have to be moving him on for the second City asset in our side. So, I'm not... personally, for our team, I wouldn't be considering Laporte just because if we want to get De Bruyne in, then we have to go triple City, which can be quite risky having 2 teams with a triple up if there's a postponed game somewhere. I have KDB, Salah, Bowen, Gray, and Jota. Gray has a few good game weeks coming. Is it worth to move to Rafinha? Gray hasn't looked outstanding the last couple of games. I think Rafinha's not a bad move. Love that. Maddison, Rafinha, Watkins, Antonio picks in the starting 11. Whereas my alternative chasing doubles got me Gray, Trossard, DCL, and King. We didn't really want to go too hard trying to chase double game week plays. The main one we did try and chase was Maddison. He still got us 8 points in that double game week that he had. We only ended up playing 1 game. And he's going to be usable for this 1 match against Brighton. But we're going to move him out after that for sure. Best captain game week 24 options considering the fixtures. I think Salah is one against Leicester at home. Best differential captain, Cancelo against Brentford at home could be nice. Or maybe a Bowen there as well against Watford at home. I think there'd be three and ones that I'd be looking at as well. Or even De Bruyne. If you have De Bruyne in the team against Brentford at home, he could definitely rival Salah against Leicester at home as well. Those would be the 4 options that I like. Lads, that's pretty much all we've got for today's reaction stream. Good luck for everyone in terms of the FPL teams for the games this evening or this afternoon, wherever you are around the world. If anyone's got those Arsenal assets, whether it be Saka or a defender or Ramsdale, hopefully Arsenal get the goods for it, and then Liverpool is always going to be entertaining to watch with Trent and Jota. Leicester Brighton, depends if anyone has anyone in that game. Not too sure. There's going to be many FPL managers having players in that game, and then Chelsea Spurs as well. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well for the remainder of Game Week 23.